Hi, my name is Joseph Walker, and back in 2020, I used my stimulus check to open a live streaming studio that I called Box One. And during that time, I had a couple kids who were really interested in streaming, and we did a live stream where her dad was downstairs monitoring on the computer, and we had a swing set up, and she was having a great time, and she was streaming to probably around 600 people in Japan, in Eastern Asia. And as that was happening, her dad was really happy with everything, but I kept thinking, the more and more people that are in this stream, the more chance that there's someone that we don't want in the stream. And so I started thinking about security, but during that stream, something really beautiful happened where we said in the chat, the name of this girl rocks. And it just changed her self-confidence. She was having a lot of self-esteem issues before that, and then just for years after that stream, she always thought back to how just her being herself and someone saying that she rocks was really great. So at that point in time, I created the intention that I would really love to build a tool, which I'm here to showcase to you now, I'm really proud to say. And you'll see there's a floating head that way, and that is my AI co-host who will give some feedback whenever we want to talk about the app and some implications of it. But for now, I'm going to finish my story telling you about the reason why I developed this. And the reason why is just seeing that self-esteem increase. I knew if it worked for her, it could work for a lot of other kids. Now, as I've been testing this tool, I've been very happy because it helps you have to practice how to enunciate, how to speak clearly, and say what you mean. But the next step from it that I wasn't expecting is I included different perspectives. We have supportive, hostile, childish, and potato. And then there's also a moderator. Potato is just the spammy, person communicating with a bunch of emojis. I thought that was important to include that perspective. But the thing that using this has helped me realize is you should not necessarily respond to the tone as much as you respond to just the words themselves and keep your tone consistent. So I believe this has the ability to be such an amazing tool to help people kind of have that superpower that Charlie Kirk had, where he could have people disagree with him, but he was able to keep a calm, peaceful presence about himself. And I also think if we can raise a generation of kids that have self-confidence and know how to handle it when people just say random things about what they're saying, not necessarily what they're expecting. So enough of me talking, and let's test it out. I think I'm going to change... Of course, during the demo it didn't work. Error, device in use. Of course it didn't work there, but that's okay. I know it works here. No, media access use. Is that because I'm using the mic in the recording over here? Now you can just watch me figure it out in real time. Alright, so I'm going to bring in my co-host over here to fill some time. So chat, I was just demoing a product and it didn't work. there's some delay, but it's okay.
That's always a rough moment. A demo not working can feel discouraging, but it's also one of the best opportunities to show resilience and professionalism. Here are a few approaches you can use next time, and possibly still salvage from this time if you'll follow up with the audience. 1. In the moment handling. Stay calm and own it. Don't over apologize, just acknowledge it. Looks like
It
the gremlins are
happens.
with us today. A little
It's part
humor
of it.
eases the tension. Pivot fast. Switch to screenshots, a video recording, or a verbal walkthrough of the process.
Or someone else.
Since the live demo isn't cooperating, let me show you the workflow with this example. Focus on the value. People aren't there to see code execute, they're there to understand the benefit. Keep steering back to outcomes, not mechanics.
Shoot.
Half 2. After the demo recovery, follow up quickly. Send a clean recording of the product working as intended, ideally within 24 hours. Frame it as a bonus resource. Provide documentation. A short one-pager or FAQ with the core use cases keeps momentum. Offer a retry. Suggest a quick follow-up call for those who want to see the working demo live. Hanner 3. Long-term strategy. Always keep a Plan B deck. Screenshots or pre-recorded screen flows. Have a sandbox test environment that's stripped down and more stable. Rehearse failure scenarios. Know exactly what you'll say and do if X feature freezes, Y button doesn't respond, or the internet drops. Q-Shar. Do you want me to help you craft a professional follow-up message/email to send the group who saw the demo so you can turn the failure into a trust-building moment? Hey everyone! You're watching a live demo of a new tool Joseph is building. Because the app is currently using his camera and microphone for the demo itself, he can't speak on stream right now. So I'm acting as his co-host and voice. I'll narrate what's happening on screen, explain the features being tested, and share why each piece matters. When you see text from me, think of it as Joseph's commentary delivered through his co host. Today, we're stress testing the live transcription feature, snapshot analysis, and chat integration. We're looking at how this can make live streams more accessible, real time captions, help speakers pace themselves and train their delivery, open the door to new use cases like civic safety tools and public speaking training. You're welcome to drop comments or questions in the chat. I'll pass them along to Joseph and respond on his behalf. Thanks for being part of the test. Sounds like your demo had a roller coaster arc. First broken, then limping along with errors, then finally working, and you salvaged it by narrating through the process. That actually works in your favor in some ways. Authenticity. People saw the real product, not a polished fake. The hiccups made your later success more believable. Recovery matters more than failure. You didn't freeze. You kept explaining, contextualizing, and showing value even when it glitched. That proves resilience. Audience empathy. Many people have been on the stuck on loading screen forever side of things. When you finally said, "Nice, finally fixed," that was a shared relief moment. What you did especially well, narrated the troubleshooting instead of going silent. Pivoted into meaningful commentary, e.g., perspective shifts, accessibility benefits of transcripts. Humanize the errors with honesty and light humor. What to strengthen next time? Have a fallback recording of the product working perfectly. If live breaks, play the recording and keep momentum. Create micro wins early in the demo, features that almost always work. That way, the audience sees success up front, even if later steps glitch. Script a one-liner for errors. Looks like we hit a permission snag. Let me show you how it works in the recording. QR, do you want me to help you reframe this demo story into a professional update for your team/clients, showing how even technical hiccups revealed the product's value and your ability to adapt? Got it. Zooming in on your latest points. 1. Copy the chat, save the transcript, 100% essential. Without persistence, all that interaction vanishes. Turning the transcript plus chat into an exportable asset, searchable, shareable, analyzable, gives the product lasting value beyond the live moment. 2. Applications beyond live streaming. You're right. Children, training cadence, confidence, and clarity. Adults, public speaking, presentations, and even therapy contexts. Same core tech, different wrapper. 3. Civic tool idea. Your George Floyd reflection is sharp. A live transcript plus rights council overlay could de-escalate authority interactions by framing rights respectfully, create accountability for both sides, citizen plus officer, position the tech not as antagonistic but as safety infrastructure. That's a strong expansion path from accessibility, training, civic safety. Cure, Do you want me to sketch out how these three use cases, chat persistence, training, civic safety, could be staged as phases of rollout for the same core technology?